Hello guys. So I'm running a little errand and I wanted to talk to you about this today. You know, since I've opened up a TikTok, you guys know that I'm not uploading anything publicly. I use it to watch videos like everyone else does, and once in a while I'll use one of the sounds that's on TikTok to make a video that just goes on to Instagram. You know, it's not that serious. But I have seen some sort of interesting things once in a while on TikTok. It does sort of seem like sometimes on TikTok it's people who just think that they have like cracked the code for whatever it is, kind of whatever content they're uploading or whatever they're doing, whether it's cooking, parenting, no matter what the topic is. Once in a while you'll come across a TikTok that is from someone who is just, they know it all, they have figured it out, and they are blessing all of us peasants with a video to unleash the secrets of their world. Once in a while these videos can be really useful because it will be maybe showing you something that you don't know, or I don't know, or whatever. But a lot of times it's not that. Now, I'm going to show this video clip. It is exactly 59 seconds. If you do not want to see a small child in a kennel with a dog when that dog is eating, please skip forward 1 minute starting now. I'm going to show the video and then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. So here it goes. Now, what does this remind you of? Nikki and Dan Philippi, how they allegedly had issues with their son and their dog Bowser. Now, I've talked a lot about Nikki and Dan, and in my personal opinion, based on reviewing their vlog footage and the fact pattern leading up to the point of what happened to Bowser, I personally do not believe that Bowser was aggressive towards their son. That's obviously just my opinion. You guys can have yours, but I don't think that any big incident ever happened. What I think happened was Nikki and Dan were getting ready to move, and they felt like Bowser, because of his age and probably because of a couple of behavior issues that they were too lazy to tackle, they no longer felt like dealing with Bowser. And I think that's why Bowser was unfortunately taken away long before his time. Now, when it comes to this video that I just showed you guys from this TikTok account, I immediately wanted to go and look at the comments. And when I looked at the comments, there were a lot of people that were very upset. And first of all, the first thing that guy said that really pissed me off was, "This one's for the Karens." So what he's saying is, I know this is an unpopular opinion, and I'm expecting anyone with an opposing view to mine to act irrational and leave me a nasty comment. So instead of allowing people to share what their expertise is, or what their personal experience is as a dog owner, he automatically just says, this one's for the Karens. So that's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. I just thought it was kind of tacky. But why am I surprised that anyone would be tacky on TikTok? So moving on, and I want to put in this video, you guys, like most of you know, I am not a know-it-all. I am not a certified dog trainer. I am not a dog behavioral specialist. I am not a behavioral analyst. I am just someone who is a dog owner and cares deeply about the well-being of my dog and making sure that he has the best quality of life that he can have within my means for the years that he is on this earth. You guys know Axel is absolutely everything to me. So when it comes to this whole idea of teaching your dog to be quote unquote non-aggressive by putting your fingers in his food bowl, having your kids play with toys in the dog's face, having your kid sit by the dog when he's eating or play with it or wave toys around and stuff, to me, that is a recipe for disaster. And there were a couple people that agreed with his method, which I thought was alarming. But most people in the comments of that video were on the side of, you never know what is going to happen. That dog could act this way 99 days out of the year, and on that 100th day, he has had enough, and it could be a warning nip. I think that's, if anything happened in between Bowser and Nikki and Dan's son, I believe personally that's what happened. I think that it was a little warning nip or a little bark to say, get the F out of my face, because I'm tired of this kid hanging around when I'm trying to eat my meals every day. I don't think that it was anything super aggressive, but again, that's just my opinion. On that 100th day, this dog could do a little warning nip or a quick bark as a warning, or he could end up biting that child's finger off, or even worse. And what's going to happen if and when that scenario takes place? That dog is going to be put down and or possibly rehomed, but typically that doesn't happen, unfortunately. Especially, if you get animal control involved and there's a child involved, and it is a bad situation based on what I have seen myself. Sadly, the dogs are usually put down, and that breaks my freaking heart because it's so avoidable. And I know that people will sometimes be like, oh, well, that could happen with any dog. Here's the thing. Sure, anything could happen, but if you're allowing your dog to have some peace and quiet while they eat their meals, and you're teaching your children to not interfere with the dog, how long does it take a dog to eat a meal? Maybe 10 minutes, depending on how much you're feeding and their pace of how they like to eat. Axel eats his meals in less than 5 minutes. If you cannot allow your dog peace and quiet for 10 minutes, however many times a day they're eating, most dogs eat twice a day, some eat 3, it all depends. As a dog owner, if you cannot grant your dog those 10 minutes to enjoy the meal by themselves, have some peace and quiet, the dog does not need to be worried about getting hype or having a kid yelling and moving his hands all around and stuff. That is not how you teach a dog to not be food aggressive. What you're going to end up doing is testing that dog's boundaries, and when the dog finally snaps, he's going to be put down. or she's going to be put down. And that is not fair. And if you are putting your dog in a position like that as a dog owner, then you, in my opinion, do not have your dog's number one best interests front and center. The other scenario that I was thinking of is, let's just say, for example, you teach your child that they are allowed to play and roughhouse and have a ball around your dog when the dog is eating. And that child goes from being 2 years old to 3 to 4 to 5. And that's what they've grown up seeing. So they go to their friend's house and that friend's dog is having his meal. But in the friend's house, that family gives their dog the 10 minutes of peace and quiet that the dog needs so that he can have his meal without the kids screaming in his ears and bothering him. Your child wasn't raised that way and they weren't taught proper boundaries. So that child puts his fingers or throws his toy at the dog when he's eating or whatever and gets nipped. Now you as a parent are going to be pissed off at that other parent or parents, and it's going to be a whole show. And the only reason that it even happened is because you raised your child to not have proper boundaries with dogs, and the other family did. And when that dog was handed something completely unexpected, he reacted and then gets punished for it, not knowing what the other family is going to actually do. Of course, we don't know, but you know, if someone did that to me and someone tried to make a big ordeal out of it, I would tell them to F off. But that's just me. So either way, I did want to talk to you guys about this today because I saw that video and I watched it a few times, kind of back to back. And I realized that everyone has a little bit of a different opinion when it comes to raising a dog, having kids in the house, meal times, boundaries, whatever. There are so many different mixes of ways to handle things. But when I think of the common outcome of not teaching healthy boundaries and a dog finally telling the person that they've had enough of being interrupted and having fingers in their food, I think of that common outcome and it ends up just shattering my heart. So either way, tell me what you guys think, but I'll link that TikTok down below. If y'all want to go scroll the comments over there, you're more than welcome to. But for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.